Hello, 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 and we are looking at the craziness which is Jared Leto. Let's go and have a look into
Find
this.
out more. Last year, we became aware of a story that was posted on Instagram by a DJ based in LA called Ali Teals. She had reposted on her Instagram story a Facebook status that she had written in 2012. It read, "You're not really in LA until Jared Leto tries to force himself on you." And she went on to describe him as Hollywood's most persistent predator. This is not some random anonymous account. Ali is a high-profile DJ. She's kind of an LA it girl. She has over 100,000 followers on Instagram. But what surprised me the most was the reaction. A deluge of women started coming forward to Ali with their own allegations about sexual misconduct by Leto, which she then reposted anonymously on her Instagram story. And there seemed to be a theme. Many of the posts related to incidents that these women said took place when they were teenagers. This really is not something that you see every day as a journalist. If all of this was true, these were allegations on a massive scale.
Okay, I need to stop it right here now because I need to inject myself. I know people hate me when I do this, but you see this all the time with big celebrities. Most big celebrities, this is what they get up to behind the scenes. It comes with the territory, the power. If you look at someone like R. Kelly, R. Kelly was doing all this stuff. Nobody cared at the time. He was so blatant to make music with a song called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. And he was apparently married to Aaliyah. No one said anything too much. It was out there. It was like these rumors and people didn't really believe it, whether or not. Until, it became bigger and bigger and he started to have more and more come out about R. Kelly. But it wasn't until recently with the Netflix documentaries and what we saw with Surviving R. Kelly. But I could say it's when the industry sees you at your weakest. That's when these people feel like it's time to attack you. What I mean by the actual weakness, Jared Leto was at one point he was a sought after property in Hollywood, so they wouldn't. These rumors came out years ago, as you saw in this documentary, and there was also rumors maybe a couple months ago, and it didn't really affect him. I guess it is affecting him, but these movies were in the pipeline already, so I would like to see what movies Jared Leto has, because let me go and check. Let's have a look at Jared Leto's movie history. So he had, let's see, looking at roundabout, see, 2000 and forgot Mr. Nobody, Tron Ares. So let's see what movies has Jared Leto done which have already been successful. Let's see, Dallas Buyers Club, yeah. Let's have a look into that. Okay. Like that was a kind of a moderate hit for him. Suicide Squad. I like Suicide Squad, but some people say Jared Leto overacted in it. Blade Runner, okay-ish movie. The Little Things, Zack Snyder's Justice League. I mean, it depends. Yeah, I guess some people like the Zack Snyder version. House of Gucci, Morbius, terrible movie. Haunted Mansion. Tron Ares, not that. I mean, a lot of people like the soundtrack, but the movie wasn't great. Masters of the Universe. See, if we don't see Jared Leto, that's the best thing. See, all these movies have been moderate hits or just flops, and that's what I'm trying to say. They're seeing him as weak now. So it looked like, from my perspective, Hollywood is looking to wash their hands off of him. I could be wrong, but a lot of people saying, "Oh, would it affect Jared Leto's career?" From what I can see, yes, because I don't see after 4 or 5 hits, no, 4 or 5 flops. I'm saying hits, 4 or 5 flops in Hollywood. They're gonna give you more movies, and you they realize that you are not the man. You're not the box office draw. There's no way they're gonna keep throwing money at you and movies, and they're gonna have them flop. Hell no. Morbius was a flop, but he got into Tron Ares, and you know the story behind that. He lucky that got made with him in it, and that kind of bombed. Masters of the Universe, wrong movie, wrong time. It bombed. I liked it. He was very good as Skeletor, but you have a guy with allegations about him. That's the same thing with Tron Ares. When Tron Ares was about, these allegations came up again, and it puts the movie studio in a bit of a predicament, because they couldn't have someone with these allegations surrounding them, and they are doing press tours for the movie. It looks bad, especially when it's something like a children's movie as well, like Masters of the Universe. Because the last person that had these type of allegations around him was Russell Brand, and they swiftly removed him from Despicable Me. Swiftly, they recast his characters. He was no longer in the movie as a voice actor, so you can see they are aware of what's going on, and then Russell Brand's still facing what he needs to be facing in the near future. That's going to come to pass. He may be cleared of everything. He may not be.
About a very big player in Hollywood. So we immediately started investigating.
Yeah, very big player in Hollywood. So they saw him as a big player. But right now, he ain't really a big player anymore. He ain't got no movies coming
and
out.
speaking with women who had crossed paths with Leto over the years. One of the women I found was Etta. She met Leto in 2014 when he approached her outside a modeling agency in LA. He asked for her email so he could invite her to his Oscar party.
The first email, he just sent an image of the invitation.
See, a lot of people saying, why now? Why now? There's always a reason and always a time for everything. Got someone like Tim Westwood, R. Kelly, Jared Leto, Harvey Weinstein. Sometimes it's a movement, like with Harvey Weinstein, he just got caught up in a Me Too movement. R. Kelly, his time was where the rumors were around, we knew what he was getting up to, but the music was too powerful for the record label to let what was going on behind the scenes ruin what they had. So it wasn't until the popularity of R&B music went downhill, and we stopped hearing R. Kelly on the radio stations. We stopped hearing R. Kelly or him making music anymore. He made music, but it just kind of flops. There's certain genres of music that has its popularity and its peak. So the peak of R&B was what, late 90s, early 2000s, and ain't nobody really listened to R&B too much to that point. You get some songs out there, but it ain't as popular as it used to be. And that's where they saw R. Kelly as being weak. He didn't have the label. I remember I saw a documentary about R. Kelly, and they said all this stuff was going around, but he was making so much money for the label, they found some way to brush it under the carpet. That goes to show how they knew what was going on, but they're like, let's just brush this under the carpet. He's making way too much money for us. But it wasn't until he stopped making money for them, they're like, yeah, let's send him out to the wolves. Let them eat him. And then you had the documentaries from Netflix, which came out, Surviving R. Kelly, and then that's when you start to see the fall of R. Kelly. Same thing with Westwood. Tim Westwood was another person where the height of his fame, he was Radio 1. But what happened now, you've seen an era where nobody listens to radio anymore. You name one person that actually listens to radio. With YouTube being what it is, people are more watching live streamers than listen to radio. Radio is for a whole different generation. It's a whole new generation coming up watching YouTube. So ain't nobody listen to radio. And Westwood time was up. You know, he was no longer protected. He had no protection from the BBC. His career was on the downhill, so they came out for him because they saw he was weak. So we had surviving Tim Westwood. That's what happened to Tim Westwood. He got the same treatment. Same thing with Russell Brand. They saw him as being weak. Hollywood kicked him out. They realized all the movies he was in was flopping. And when they see you as weak, they come after you. It doesn't help that Russell Brand has a YouTube channel spiraling all these sorts of conspiracy theories. That doesn't help. But I don't think that was the reason why they came after him. He was very open about his promiscuous lifestyle, but it came to a point where being open about it doesn't mean that it was right. And there's a lot of allegations going on about him. So you need to realize that it's only when they smell blood and they see that you're weak, you start getting these documentaries popping up. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'm out.